Hello.
Hey, how you doing, man? So what's going on?
Well, not much. Just coasting along. Tanda na eh. Stu.
It's an honor to talk to you, my friend. So the first question I wanted to ask you is, obviously, so to confirm, you are the first and original drummer of Dead Ends, correct?
Me? No,
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm recruited. I'm the second drummer.
Oh, you're the second drummer, but you're on Complaints
Yeah.
and Second Coming, though.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So
There.
how did you become a part of Dead Ends?
Al recruited me. Uh, they don't gel with their drummer, first drummer. They don't like him. That's
Oh,
why he recruited me.
where did you guys meet?
Well, we are childhood friends. Our father, my dad, and his dad were compadres.
That's awesome. So I know you were on Complaints and Second Coming. What are some of your fondest memories from back then?
I'm new to that time. I'm new to punk rock.
Oh, you were new to punk. Interesting.
Yeah, and actually, it's Al who's turning me on to punk rock. Yeah.
what were some of your favorite punk bands?
Well, I was listening to Sex Pistols, Dead Kennedys, The Clash. I can't remember other bands.
It's okay. So you said that Al essentially recruited you, and you were childhood friends. So how did that go about? Did you see Dead Ends live, and then you were at the show? So how exactly? What was the process there?
They weren't performing live then at that time. They are starting to build the band, and they don't like the drummer,
Oh,
and he Al is turning me into the punk rock scene that time, asking me if I could try. So I did.
so what was your first session with the band like? Your very first tryout session?
Al and I had been jamming before, and it's not hard for me to get into the that kind of music, the punk rock, since I was in rock.
Were you in the? I interviewed Al Demalanta in 2019, and I'm actually pretty good friends with him to this day. Al mentioned to me in my interview with him that before Dead Ends, he was in this kind of a cover rock band where they played a lot of Zeppelin and other stuff like that. Were you ever in that band with him before? Is that what you were talking about in regards to jamming?
Yeah, I was in that
That's awesome.
Allman Brothers band. I remember that we were doing that, and some Santana. We love guitars. I really love guitars at first. Then, at early age, I was recruited to play drums on a rondalla. You know rondalla?
Um,
No,
probably.
no, no.
I don't. No, not a name I recognize.
That's where I started getting those feel on the drums.
Complaints came out in '85 and Second Coming in '86. What was your experience with Dead Ends? What would you tell me your experience was like with the band for those two albums?
Well, I'm really hoping that the band would mature to a more slower pace, slower paced music because having a hard time really performing. I can't make a 2 hour performance 1 hour is enough for me.
I've done a little bit of drumming myself. Hell, I can barely go for 30 minutes. But so what are some of your favorite songs by Dead Ends that you still cherish to this day? Do you still listen to Dead Ends?
Well, I listen to City.
Did you write any of the songs?
Yeah, from both on both albums. I wrote Hedonist.
Hedonist. Oh, that's a banger.
Yeah, and Lies.
I am so honored to talk to you. Dead Ends is one of my favorite, not just punk bands, but favorite bands. I mean, you just said you preferred that they would take a slower pace. Is that a reason why you left the band, or how come you left Dead Ends when before Damnation came out?
I was able to land a job. That's why I was thinking that I'm getting all I have to work, have to get a job.
Well, that's a good. I mean, that's a decent reason to move on a little bit.
Yeah, but we're still having some sessions about once a week or once every 2 weeks. We have some jam sessions, but I believe that they have already formed another band that time. Their drummer is the I believe it's their nephew,
Oh,
Val.
interesting. I mean, I know it's impossible for a Dead Ends reunion because Jay unfortunately passed away, but it would be so cool if you and Al could get back on stage. And I know he has Throw and As We Defy, but have you ever thought about a potential partial reunion with Al on some Dead Ends material, maybe?
Yeah, it's going to be good.
I hope Al listens to this interview. Oh my god, I hope he does. I'm sure. I'm sure. Al, please call this guy. You gotta get him on stage. Just the Philippine punk rock scene would explode over that. Like that would be heavenly
Yeah,
to have you two originals. Merciless Records is has pressed Complaints, Second Coming, and Damnation to vinyl, and it's supposed to be released sometime this year. And if you collect vinyl records or whatnot, I'll get you in touch with my buddy Jorn, and he can get you some copies of that since you were on those. Of Complaint and Second Coming, which of the two of those is your favorite and why?
well, it's Second Coming. Complaints is also it's my debut. But
It's a damn good debut, though, that's for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, Complaints has a more raw, unpolished feel in Second Coming. Al even said that when Dead Ends were mixing Complaints, essentially y'all didn't really know what you were doing that well, and so it didn't really come out that good. But in Second Coming, you had gained experience, and the production of the album was a lot higher quality. Would you agree with that statement?
I don't think that the recording quality has improved. Well, I still have many hang-ups on that on the sound of the recording.
On
Still
Complaints?
both,
Oh, both.
both, and I think it's messed up. Everyone is every instrument is no, is messing up with another, and a better or more tracks. If you put more tracks on it, it would sound better. I think.
When was your last? Did you ever play at Katrina's?
Yeah, many times.
Hell yeah! Tell me
Yeah.
about that.
Well, as usual, it's a chaos. The
Uh,
audience, I mean, but it's fun.
that's what matters.
Yeah, and I wish we could experience that again
I'm sure.
sometimes.
I'm sure if you and Al started talking, you could probably work something out. I'm. How long has it been since you and Al Demalanta spoke?
Long time ago, about 20, 15 years
Woo!
more.
Wowzers! Damn.
Long.
Well, at least you've spoken since Dead Ends, though. Yeah, he's got Throw and As We Defy now, but I'm sure if y'all talked, you could probably work some sort of gig out, because that would just be awesome. As
Yeah.
you're a damn good drummer. I love the work you did on Complaints and Second Coming. And during the Twisted Red Cross days, what were some of your favorite punk bands from Tommy's label?
Well, Urban Bandits. Yeah,
Third World
Betray.
Chaos, Private
I,
Stock, GI.
well, GI is our no It's our brother band, sister band.
Love you, June.
Yeah,
Do you still talk to any of the TRC punkers?
not anymore. Talk with the Al's sister.
Naomi?
Yeah, no, Noemi.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah, yeah, and we've been talking about getting some copies of the complaints or second coming cassette tapes until we find it in Spotify.
Yeah, I think Al put it on there or something, but I got some copies of I don't have complaints. I mean, I've got Second Coming, Damnation. I have no TRC originals. I've only got reissues, unfortunately. Originals are extremely difficult to come across.
And the
Wow.
problem with that time is the recording. We can record we can find a decent recordings at that time. Maybe the the sound engineer is bad.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah, and I'm using a drum set that is not in tune.
That's always
They
fun.
never tune their drums.
That's always fun. I was gonna ask you. So, Dead Ends is featured on Brave New World Live TRCO2. What are your memories and your experiences from playing the original Brave New World live shows at the Phil Trade Center and whatnot?
I don't have a pleasant memories from that because we're performing and we can't hear the music. That's why I don't know if I'm doing well or what. So I'm not enjoying that because field trade is big and the sound system is bad.
You are not the first person to tell me that. If you've heard the Brave New World live tape itself, the tape itself, I mean, it's raw, but
It's very raw.
yes, it is. And one thing that I was gonna mention about it is I think I mentioned this to Arnold in 2019, but it's kind of like a Beatles syndrome. Beatles syndrome is, you know how when the Beatles played some of their final shows, I think it was Ringo Starr who said that what's the point of doing this anymore when nobody can hear us, we can't even hear ourselves because
Yeah,
they were
that's
in a little
true.
cage and it was just just
Oh
pure
yeah, yeah,
white noise. So is that kind of what the feeling was at that place?
yeah.
Where was the very last Dead Ends gig that you played?
I can't remember.
My
I think
apple.
it was in the building owned by Tommy's family
Oh, nice.
at the rooftop.
A
We
rooftop gig.
played some gig there, and I think that's the last.
Did you play? I know on the liner notes of Damnation, you're not on there, but Did you play on any of the tracks on Damnation, or was Second Coming your last? Was Second Coming the last time you were with the band completely, or did you? What I'm saying is, did you do anything else with them, or is it just Complaints and Second Coming?
Where we were playing. Al and I have been jamming the song "Damnation" at that last last moment of ours, and I think I have. That's why I'm familiar to "Damnation." I've got some time to put on some drum lines
Oh
on that
wow.
song
The
with the clapper play. Yeah, "Damnation."
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So you were there for the essential kind of beginning of that, and some of the writing is just you weren't there to record it and whatnot.
Yeah, I think only Damnation from Damnation album. I think only the song Damnation have the time to jam with Al on that. Then I I believe Jay died at that time
Uh,
also.
Jade passed away in the mid '90s after Mamatay Sangyay era.
Uh, yeah,
Rest in peace to his soul.
yeah,
I wish he was alive still, man. He's a fantastic bassist.
and a good guy too. Yeah,
I was gonna ask him, what was your relationship with Jay? Were you two pretty good friends?
yeah, pretty
That's
good.
awesome. That's good to hear. So you prefer slower songs, correct?
Not really. Uh, just a little slower
A little slower.
because I'm punished by those.
Yeah, Damnation, the song does have a little bit of a slower build up until it gets to the end there.
Yeah,
Wow, that is amazing. Have you done any? Have you been in any other bands since Dead Ends?
yeah, I have.
Hell yeah,
We've
let's hear it.
been we've been performing to clubs like that. Then when I got employment from the local shipping company, I stopped. That's the time I stopped. Been busy with the job, with the
Yeah,
work.
I understand that. What was the name of your band after Dead Ends?
Kaka,
Kaka.
Kaka,
What's that translate to?
uncle,
Uncle. Interesting.
a friend or an older friend.
Like a Kuya almost?
Yeah.
Kaka, I like that. Did Kaka release any material, any albums, anything like that?
No, they don't have plan. I don't know if they have their plans, but they know that I'm engaged in doing our own music.
Wow.
That's why Dead and Seas gives me a fun time.
I mean, that's what I love to hear. You know, that's one big reason I do these interviews because I love to hear these stories and just your legacy deserves to be heard by everyone. You are a part of the Dead End story, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to get you on here, just so that you could tell that story. Gotta ask us, so what kind of music do you listen to today? Like, what bands do you like today?
Actually, I listen to the old music. Itong ano, System with a Down.
System of a Down,
Yeah,
nice.
System of a Down. Reaching in the Machine.
I grew up with them. Have you listened to Owl's band Throw or As We Defy?
Not fully. That's just a small part of their music. The sound is good. The sound is better, especially the drums.
Hell yeah, man. Did you like what you heard of Throw?
Yeah, from what I've heard, it's sounds good.
Is there anything else that you would like to personally say to fans of yours who maybe haven't heard from friends or fans who haven't heard from you in forever? Anything you'd like to say to everybody?
Well, just continue listening, and it'll be good.
It'll always
I
be
know,
good. All right, man.
and I don't know what are the new bands are involved now in the movement.
I'll give you a list of names real quickly. There's the Choke Kakoi, Republic Cats, Pagan Fire, Cat Puke, Estuca's Over Disneyland. I can give you a whole list of punk bands since the '90s and since the 21st century and late '90s that are still playing. The Philippine Violators are still playing. Most of the
Yeah,
bands from your
Philippine Gators, eh?
well, Senior Rotten is in the United Kingdom. He's no longer in the band, but Bong Espiritu, Bong Charlie, I believe his name is. He's still in the band. I think there's one other or two other original members, but most of the bands that you grew up playing with in TRC
Yeah,
are still playing. Like they may not have the same members anymore because people have passed away over time, and some people just have moved on. But Urban Bandits, they're still playing. Wood's still playing. GI and Idiots, Deceased. Collision, Sex Militants. Obviously, Third World Chaos is not playing anymore. Private Stock isn't playing.
Well, I like Woods.
Fucking love Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby's an awesome dude. Yeah, I think Collision.
What about Betrayed?
Late last year, I saw a digital flyer that had Betrayed on it, so I believe they're still active. They actually just released a vinyl record through Mutilated Noise Records. It consists of the original tape plus it's called Betrayed Then and Now. Noel Punksha from Mutilated Noise, I don't know if you know him or not, but he released it through his record label. A good chunk of the bands from the 80s and especially the 90s are definitely still playing, just with a varying lineup these
Good.
days.
Maybe you could, if there are some concerts, you could inform me.
Hell yeah, dude! 100%, brother, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah, so that I can get connected again.
yeah, man, you got it. I will definitely do that. I will say, I'm really happy that you left Dead Ends on good terms. That's a good thing, because
Yeah,
a lot of times I interview with band members, and so, yeah, things happen. Some people don't leave bands on good terms, and I'm so glad you left on good terms. That's awesome to hear.
yeah. When I left, Al also got a job teaching that time. At that point, so we're both working at that time.
What would you like to do with Al, or just music in general? Would you
Yeah,
be up for playing some music with him?
yeah. I'm open for that. I
I
like
hope.
that.
I hope that happens. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you too.
Hope you have a good day today, man.
You too, man.
Hey, ciao, ciao.